Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we have the final video for now on Kayo, and the map we're going to be doing it is on Sunset, so let's go. Yeah, again, I'm just going to dedicate a minute or two just to explain the physics of the flash again. Be very quick. If you've watched my other videos you'll know, but if you throw it about 10 meters in the air, it will travel 25 meters, so you can pop flash basically anything with that kind of knowledge. Running forwards, you get about 35 meters, so if I'm running, I'll pop just over the box, kind of like that. If I'm running backwards, that'll be about minus 10, you know? So yeah, that's how they work. Make sure you do remember that. So if I'm on KO, I usually like to lean towards the A site because Cypher's mainly going to be playing on B. So if Cypher's playing on B, I like to play A. If he wants to play A, I'll be playing on B. But a perfect one-way flash for now is, obviously you can switch it up and just kind of like do a flash over this box like this. Someone can peek off it if you want, but you can just go into this corner of this box, aim your knife kind of like in this top right hand corner of this box and just kind of throw, and it's like the perfect one-way flash. It lands just above here, so it's going to literally flash everyone, and it's not going to flash your teammates because if they're here, obviously if they're here, you know, it's just not going to flash them. So your teammates you can have one or two people just run at them and they're going to be completely flashed, and it could potentially win you around, like literally. So yeah, so the two other flashes you can do, there's kind of two variations to how you do it. You can kind of like throw one up high and have it bounce if you want to. Obviously it's not going to have it land on the plant pot, but you can kind of do one without a bounce as well. You can do one like with a bounce. See? So those are some good early main flashes, but they will obviously flash your team because they're going to be popped like here. So tell your teammates to hide until they hear the sound of it flashing, and then they swing and try and go for a kill or something. So yeah, but obviously you can do like some other things as well. You can do like a little like knives early for just some good information. Do obviously as well, before you do any of these flashes from here, I would always be pre-aiming this, just in case you have like a Cypher cam or something, you can break it. So yeah, just so I don't forget that. You can do some right-click flashes if you want to play a little bit more aggro and peek off your own flashes yourself. You can kind of do it however you want, to be honest. Do a little flash over, putting bags and left click, do a little flash over the box. Just however you kind of want to aim, you know. Do like a little backwards flash like this. Just spray whatever how you want. It's kind of up to you, to be honest. Obviously you can use your molly as well to stop them from pushing, and if you're retaking on KO, you can always kind of molly. You don't want to do that molly, you want to do something like this, and I would always kind of use your molly around this area. Maybe aim it by this pipe, actually. It kind of gets this whole left side, so you can kind of do. I'm trying to work out the perfect molly. Alright, I think that's that's bad. But if you could just get the point, if you can just do like a good molly, and you can't aim it there, and aim it around here, and kind of goes however you want. It forces them to peek out into you. So yeah, you can save your molly to obviously molly default to clear that base out. You can kind of knife all of elbow. I recommend doing it on this wall because anywhere else, if they're kind of close left, they're going to easily break it. But if you do want to do it and you want them to like peek into you and try and break it, or you want some info here, you can also do a little mind game and make the knife easier to break, so you know if they're on this left side or not. And as they're shooting the knife, you could swing them and maybe get a free kill. So yeah, you can just kind of do those things, make the plays up on the fly. That's kind of how I'd like to hold A though. For mid, you're kind of limited in options. I feel like top mid is going to be where you're usually going to be playing, and you can do like some pop flashes like for tiles or not, or maybe not like that. Put in a little bit lower. Do your duelist to push off. You can do it from a bit further back as well. You can do something kind of similar for bottom mid if you want, just a little left click, have your duelist push off. I don't usually like to play market all the time. There's nothing, you can't really flash anything like at all, to be honest. The only like thing you can really do is knife tiles, but you could do that from top mid anyway. I don't really like that play at all. But if you're gonna hold mid on KO, I recommend always holding top mid and trying to like support your duelists pushing with your pop flashes. You can do something like that as well. I'm trying to like make like a little. If you kind of run up and then run back, you can do like a really good pop flash. or you could just do something like this. It's up to however you want to do it. But yeah, always do that kind of flash at the start of the round and have like your raise satchel or your jet dash into it. To be honest, that's kind of how I'd like to play. The first pop flash I can show you for B, if you're holding on B, you just kind of stand anywhere here and just aim with that light, and I'll literally get like most people on B. You could peek off it. It's a really good one. If you want to play a little bit closer as well, you can do like a little right click flash, or you could do like one of them fake flashes where like kind of flash it really long and you peek before it pops and then come back. You could do something like that as well, so because it could be turned around or turned away from it. But do be careful, you know, you could do something like that if you want to switch it up or really catch them off guard. Obviously with your knives as well, I'll go back to mid. And here obviously, just to clarify, if I'm knifing, I'd like to knife something like this, and then I'd probably knife like around there if I'm knifing the 2. And if I want to knife B, I don't really like to knife anything. Like, you could just knife something like this. I'll get a little bit of info, but obviously the main knife you're going to be doing is so just like throw it there and you'll get like most of it at the start of the round just for a knife. So yeah, the second pop flash I can show you though is for kind of this area here, and you just kind of stand around here and aim at this light. It's quite easy flash to run. You can kind of do it a little bit further out if you want it to land all the way behind too, but yeah, you can just switch it up. It's really easy. But if you're doing this flash, I would always employ your teammates to peek off that wall so they don't get flashed and they can easily just like swing and get a kill. So yeah. And for B, your roller is going to kind of be the second one out if you only have one duelist, but a good pop flash to do for B, just kind of aim across like this area and stand this corner and throw it. Kind of pops just across B main, decent little flash. Not too shabby. And for knives, again, you can really counter this life with your like knife or whatever. You can use your nade to also break the trip. That trip's usually unbreakable, so you could do something like that, and then if this is smoked off, you can simply just like stand a little bit back and pop flash out of the smoke, and like your radius can touch it out or whatever, and you can just easily take the site. So yeah, that's kind of how I would go about playing B. Not too much else to really say, to be honest. You could save your molly for a post plant. It's most likely going to put around here, so you can just kind of peek. Be like after that's faded off the next tap, you can do like a little flash. Something like that. Depends how it works. And you could just really delay out. Obviously, if you have your ult, you can use it too. Just delay all the cypher util. Coming back, you can just have a free sight. I do like to go B a lot or go wherever the cypher's playing a lot when I'm playing Kayo, because I know I can just take away his abilities. But with your ult, it's just super easy to do that as well. I said it in the last video, if they're rocking chamber and they're opping, you can do it. If they've got jet knives, you can do it, take away their knives. If they've got raise rocket, you could do it as well, kind of hold their retake a little bit, delay a little bit of time for the bomb. Something like that you can do. It's really not too hard to kind of figure out how to use KO, to be honest. So it's probably the easiest ult to learn in the whole game. So yeah. If you want to play mid though, if you want to have like a really good pop flash, you could just kind of stay here and just aim at the top of this like little antenna thing and just left click, simple flash. Make sure you're combing your flashes with your teammates though, I always implore that. You can knife top mid as well, just something like this will always usually work. You'll get a few, you can kind of just like knife around there if you want a knife market. No, so those kind of flashes always work, or as well, just like here. If this is smoked off as well, you can kind of flash through your own smoke. Obviously I would only do this flash if you've kind of contacted your way all the way up. So yeah, you can do that. You could pop flash out of their smoke, but be careful because sometimes Cypher likes to have a trip market. So if you hear it, you can simply just kind of like molly it like so, or you can kind of break it. It's however you want to do. You can just kind of like knife like this kind of thing box here, just to get everything as well, so they can't like counter flash you or use any util to kind of keep hold of market. It can give you like a really easy take of it. So yeah, you do want to go on A though. There's two pop flashes that I like to use. The first one is all the way back from here. Just line yourself up with the wall and kind of aim like in between these two flags and it'll dip to perfectly give you a pop flash through that window. If not, if you don't want to do that, you want to save your flash, I always kind of make sure you ask your Cypher to put their camera around there so they can see everything, and then you can even flash off his cam and your Jit can dash to the left or raise the satchel and you can get a free pick. The other one is you can just kind of go around here and aim at this fourth window up until this sort of line and just give it a throw and it'll kind of pop perfectly through that window and it'll flash anyone elbow, and yet again your duelist can really capitalize off these kind of flashes. Also, you make sure you save them so you don't forget these kind of things. As well as that, you can kind of knife like default and anywhere kind of early on site if you wanted to. You know, you can kind of pop a little knife there as well. Spot anyone close, you can knife here. Like with knives on KO, I usually really like to wing it. I don't really like a crazy knife lineup that lands on the middle of site or whatever, because it just kind of tells you who's playing where. And most of the time, you're gonna have people spread across elbows. You're gonna have people like trying to push early. You're gonna have people like maybe, I don't know, like if they have a Jet or an Omen or something, trying to catch like an off angle off this box. So yeah, like I find like these knives can be quite misleading. The only thing I think are really good about the knives is it can disable util. If they have a flash here as well, I always kind of like the pop flash around this area and just play that corner. If not, you can kind of pre-fire it. It's up to you however you want to play it. You can right click flash and peek off your own flash. Always make sure that's smoked though before you do anything from here. If you're unsure anyone's there, you can easily just molly it and hold this side when they have to peek out. So you can do anything kind of like that to take A, to be honest. I don't really like to overextend on K, but make sure you are right click flashing. If you are, you can kind of do something like this. Obviously don't look into it, but you can do something like that. Or you can like kind of do it to the right of this box. Get creative for the right clicks. You can kind of do the same on CT as well. And just either flash over the box or flash to the right of the box. You could do this a lot of sound as well. And yet again, you can do these like really awkward flashes where you kind of do it. You can get a kill before it like pops. Maybe as they're looking away, you can kind of do something like that. And again, if you have your ult, you can obviously play out and take the site quite easily. So yeah, that's kind of everything I would like really use for this A kind of push. There's not really too much else you need to know, to be honest with you. Maybe like if you want a molly lineup, there's not really any kind of crazy lineups I have for this kind of site, because most of the time it's either going to be planted here, or like just in a spot where it's completely an open plant. So yeah, I don't really have any crazy lineups for that. But I mean, you can kind of just like jiggle peek and throw a molly down wherever to kind of delay with KO, to be honest, because you have flashes as well. And you're going to be quite hard to hit, so yeah. So that'll be the end of the video. If you guys found it useful, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Let me know what agent you want to see next as well. I do plan to do some Gecko videos and just other agents as well. I'll do a couple of Neon Yori Phoenix guides as well. I'm going to have a big raise series coming up, but I'm going to save that for a little bit later down the line, because I feel like there aren't too many good raise guides out, so I want to see how good the channel grows before I start dedicating doing a whole series on raise. And see you next time. Peace!